City gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Falcons offense will have the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Falcons come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Quick strike complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Air Force.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Using his feet to buy time.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Worthy. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Complete to start this drive. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
7, UNLV, 3.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Going right to work up top. Fires on the move. On target to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Falcons will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Rebels offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Worthy. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. And the Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Kringler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Texas Tech.
First play of the drive, wants to throw.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Falcons can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Falcons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Finds his tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. On the run, still looking. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
First job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket there. Nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Falcons will try to pick it up on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. He might want another play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Touchdown, Air Force! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. They're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the... Over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. There he goes. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Falcons come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Quick step and go. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Falcons will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Falcons will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Back to pass on second down. Snag down in the air. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Now, fourth down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Rebels are flying down the field.
Yeah, they decide to go for a fourth down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick...
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Rebels. And here they come, almost all the way back. Why not double the try total and go for two?
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds a man by himself. Oh, what a cut! Just keeps moving. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Falcons! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Hold and fire complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Everett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Wade. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Moves away as he feels pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll make it a one-possession game, 28-21. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking for room at the 40. It's a seam wide open. Inside, slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wade.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Rebels offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. On the run, it's Clowney. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the Falcons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Falcons. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Motion from the wideout. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Lost to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Everett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. And still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long. Try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
Breaks into the open. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again. How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. Pull and throw off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David.